Hello guys. So up to last lecture we have seen what are the prerequisite to the material master data configuration in SAP. First one is financial accounting global setting which we have seen, and second one is material ledger activation which is mandatory in SAP S4 HANA. So both the things we have covered in our last two lectures. Now we'll jump on the material master data creation or material master data configuration. So before directly configuring the material master data related things or related object, I'll just quickly explain you what is material master data and why it is needed. So if you consider any legacy system, consider that you are implementing SAP in any of the your client or customer. So before implementing any new SAP system, they will have their some system already available system, like we called it as a legacy system. So while maintaining the transaction or doing transaction in their legacy system, they will have some master data like material data or vendor data or customer data or some service data or purchasing related data. So they will maintain this all data or they have this all master kind of data in their legacy system. But now, while implementing the SAP system on the legacy, like removing the legacy system with the new SAP system, we as a consultant need to map all this master data to our system, like new SAP system master data, which we called as a SAP master data. So while mapping this, we firstly need to understand the customer master data, whichever available in their legacy system. And after understanding all this required data, we'll start mapping the data or their old data or legacy system data to our SAP system data. Out of which, for MM related things, we can consider material master data is important, vendor data is important, service master data, and purchasing info record data. One or more data is also will include as per the topic goes. So what does mean by mapping means whichever data they have there in their legacy system, that we need to correctly or like as per their requirement we need to move this data to the new SAP system. So out of which first one is material master data. So while mapping the material master data, before mapping or before transferring this data to the SAP system, we have few steps as a functional consultant that we need to complete before moving the data. So that steps are like maintain company codes for material management, define industry sector, define material type, so on up to these seven steps, which I found, which are like we have to do it before moving the data or before creating any material master data in SAP system. So all these steps we need to configure or this object we need to make available in the system before creating the material master data. And once these objects are there or this configuration is set up in the SAP system, then we can start our material creation activity like creation of material, change of material, or display of material. In this topic, we are focusing only on the material master data. So from the next lecture, we'll start one by one. We'll see the configuration steps which are required for the material master data. And once configuration, like whichever relevant configuration is there, which is really mandatory to create the material or change the material, that is done, then we'll jump on the material end user activity. So from next lecture, we'll start the actual practical, like what we can say, configuration steps related with the material master data in SAP MM. Okay, thanks.